Nata. Da bang. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Kim Ray and you're watching Kim Ray Music TV. And I just know you guys saw Black is King. That is what we are here to talk about. Spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen it, go on and click off of here, honey, because we are about to dive deep. Do a deep dive into Black is King and all of its excellence. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe down below to my channel and like this video and share this video with like all your friends and comment down below your thoughts on Black is King. So Black is King, this premiered on Disney Plus. It dropped at 12 a.m. midnight Pacific time, 3 a.m. over on the East Coast, and 2 a.m. here, which you know I was asleep, okay? But I did make sure I got up early, poured my lovely cup of coffee, okay, and tuned in and tweeted down and took my notes, and I am ready and I'm here with you. So Beyonce dropped the Lion King soundtrack, if you will, last year when the movie came out. It was called The Gift, where Beyonce had collaborated with all of these different African artists and African songwriters and producers, and, you know, brought over some, you know, American culture and had all this popping in this masterpiece, right? And this was mixed in with our nostalgic Lion King. Okay, so Black is King seems to be a visual of The Gift, aka a black version of the Lion King. Okay, all right, so we get Beyonce acting, we get Beyonce dancing, we get Beyonce serving so many looks, honey, so many looks. I mean, the colors of the fashion, the black hair of it all, the makeup. I mean, I just always appreciate her makeup because it just looks like I woke up like this every time, right? And the hair and the body and the just girl, seeing the black women and the black men and the black children and Blue Ivy and Sir and Rumi, and we see that this was this film was dedicated to Sir, who is her only son. And so we basically follow this young black boy throughout, you know, the film of him, you know, starting out basically in Pride Rock, right? Starting out at home with his mother, and then, you know, the mother having to go through this sacrifice, and then him being casted out, and then, you know, the dad dying. Basically the story of Lion King, right? And then he goes out into the wilderness and he finds himself, and then he comes on back and he gets married himself, and, you know, it's a whole little cycle thing, right? And so wait, let me see, did the film go in the order of the album? Let me see. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So the film went in exact order of the album, along with the skits and basically everyone that was featured, anyone that was name was said, they were there. They were in it. The only person that I did not see in the film was Kendrick Lamar, and you guys know he was on it. But we saw Lupita Nyong'o, we saw Naomi Campbell, we saw Kelly Rowland, we saw Mama Tina, we saw Blue Ivy, we saw Jay-Z, we saw Pharrell, we saw lots of African artists, and I don't want to mess up no names. I don't know if it's Techno, Mr. Easy, Yemi Alade or Alad. Oh, and I didn't see Childish Gambino in there. But yeah, pretty much everybody was in it, right? So there's so many things, okay? So Beyonce's, you know, doing the narration. Her voice, it just was doing it for me. It was doing it. These fine and the shimmery looks during the Find Your Way Back was giving me, you know, baby boy vibes when she was on the beach and she had like the stripes and, you know, the body paint. And Blue Ivy was serving looks on the little ring, right? And Blue Ivy was serving looks a few times in this. The Don't Jealous Me I'm trying to figure out who they were. See, I could just look them up. I probably should have looked them up. But the woman that was in the Don't Jealous Me part with the red like string like mop like outfit, she was I mean, the camera, just looking in the camera, just serving, and I just was like, we don't deserve this kind of slay. Okay, the reason why Black is King was so amazing is just that you saw Black people looking rich and regal, and just, you know, I think that Beyonce's goal was to paint us in a light that we can be proud of, because so many times we are casted out and casted down because of our skin, and told that we can't do, or we won't do, or we shouldn't do because of our skin. And so to see this movie where it's like, I can see me, I don't see a racially ambiguous, I don't see an exotic 50 Cent type, I see someone who looks like me. I see a brown skinned girl, right? So I think that that's definitely, if that's not the only theme here, that's definitely one of the resounding themes, okay? And then just recognizing that Lion King is an African story. So let's put some of this Black into the movie, right? I think that a lot of people felt like, I seen Black is King racist trending, and I was like, bro, y'all got to chill. Come on now. At this point, I don't know how you can't acknowledge, like, come on. Jessie Reyez was in there serving looks. Okay, let's see, what are my other highlights here, y'all? I went through each song and was just like typing little things for each, but I realized for my review I can't really do that because they don't string together right. Okay, that one scene where the main character of, you know, the little Black boy, he's like laying out in the grass and he has his arms up like this and he's like dreaming, and you get Jay-Z pulling up in this Rolls, and you get this cheetah print Rolls Royce with the seats, and then everybody's in cheetah, and this is for Mood Forever, I believe. And you get the Mood glasses, and you got the butlers and the servants, and you know, you got the fruit and the spread, and I was just like, oh, this kind of rich though. This kind of rich, honey. Oh my gosh. So I was just living. I was just laughing. I was just clutching my heart. Mama Tina and Kelly just sitting there just sipping the tea, honey. I was just like, come on. Give me all that I need and more. These natural hair girls, these hairstyles, these looks. I don't know if I'm going to post them for y'all somewhere, but when Beyonce had the actual beehive on her head, this crown that we wear in every shape or form, any way that we wear it, any way that we choose to style it, was just endearing. Yeah, I'm just really excited. Lupita Nyong'o, and just, you know, her in her reflection and just giving angles and just serving face, and then Mother Naomi Campbell, and then Kelly and Beyonce looking at each other with their beehives, their updos, and, you know, just genuinely laughing and loving each other, and then Blue Ivy doing her thing, and, you know, really giving the camera looks and looking right into the camera. Okay, I'm gonna slow it down because I can see I'm losing y'all. If you're not a Beyonce fan, you probably already clicked off by now. I had questions though, like about a lot of things, right? We see these Black men, and, you know, they're all sitting with like black and white on, and they have like these colonial, almost George Washington styled, Hamilton styled blonde wigs. And so I'm thinking, like, is this like a play on, you know, our early presidents? I don't know, because I've never been to Africa, and a lot of African culture I'm not familiar with. So you know, I'm American. So I tweeted it, and somebody was like, oh, this is a British tradition, this is how they dress in court. Don't know where it's coming from. I mean not where it's coming from, don't know why they still do it, but this is why they do it, right? But you see this girl, she's dancing in front of them, she's being goofy, you know, type of thing. And I'm just like, there's so much symbolism here and I'm just not catching it all. So I can't wait for the think pieces and the interviews and everything to come out so I can understand a lot that I didn't know what was going on. But there was just so much that I did know. I know that I felt pride. I know that it felt like a black parade. No pun intended, okay? Let's see. When Beyonce had to place her son in this basket and she's crying, that was giving me a biblical feel of like Moses, you know, being put in that basket and floating down the river. I really enjoyed My Power, or Power. It's called Power or My Power. I think it's called Power. My Power. The fashion in that video. I think they blended the visuals really well with the album, really well with the movie. So when you get these black women in this black and white like one piece and they're running like this, it's really giving you like lions and like jungle feel, right? And this is, I think it was the part where, you know, Simba comes back home and, you know, Beyonce, you know, she says, we gonna fight, you know, basically everybody gonna fight. And they're trying to fight Scar and all his people, right? But something that I really just, I'm hoping they drop this version, was that acapella version, choir version, with all of the harmony and all of the parts and all of the acoustics of Spirit, with Beyonce singing along. It just touched me so deep. It just touched, because I just was like, there is no other like her. Y'all can just hate, and you do. But it's like, your fave could never. Your fave just could never. Your fave could never. And it's not a comparison. It's just like, can we just acknowledge her for what she's done for the culture? And even if before she was, you know, the commercial artist and, you know, doing what needed to be done as far as the makeup for a pop artist, well, now she is unapologetically black all the time, and you can't take it. You can't take it. Did y'all see the Victorian inspired painting of Blue and Beyonce and Rumi? I'm like, the regalness of it all. For them to film Ape-ish in, you know, this pristine European, I don't even remember the name of it. Don't charge it to my head, right? But it's just like all these things that's just like, our culture is here to stay. You have benefited off of it. You've capitalized it. You've perpetuated it. You've appropriated it. You've done all these things except acknowledge the people who started it, bro. Like, come on. Come on. Black is King is a must watch. I will be watching it a lot more. I just thank God for all of this empowering black media, because when you feel like you're inadequate, you could just pop that in. Pop Homecoming in. Pop Black is King in. And feel encouraged and motivated and feel capable once again. And yes, it does all that for me. It does all. I mean, I wouldn't be serving looks today if I didn't feel empowered, right? You guys let me know what you thought about Black is King down below. I'm Camera. This is Camera Music TV, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.